Newly unclassified portions of court documents show the Danforth shooter had an alarming amount of ammunition stored in his apartment. Faisal Hussain also owned copies of numerous conspiracy theory documentaries. This newly unredacted information comes from court documents that are used to obtain search warrants. Investigative journalist for globalnews.ca Andrew Russell has been poring over these documents today. And Andrew, what do we know about the ammunition that was found?
Well, outlined in the documents today were a number of high-capacity magazines that were found, including 2 fully loaded AK-47 magazines, a number of high-capacity handgun magazines, and it was just the details were an incredible amount of sort of ammunition and weapons accessories.
But yet that doesn't line up with what police say has actually been found to date.
No, that's right. In the documents, police say, though, that the amount of ammunition and accessories would suggest that the presence of some kind of, other firearms. To date, only a handgun. We know of a handgun that's been recovered, but there are more questions sort of raised about, what other sort of planning went into this, and were there any other firearms used?
Tell me about the DVDs that were found.
And there was a number of DVDs were found. We spoke to an expert who investigates or sort of looks at hate crimes, and a number of the titles, she said, were very common among people who hold sort of anti-government, sort of far-right extremism. Alex Jones was a director of a number of the titles, and so, we aren't able to exactly say, what this means for Hussain, but it does provide sort of more insight into what he was thinking before.
Very quickly, what is it that we've learned today that now advances our understanding of Mr. Hussain? Well,
the documents outline a troubled individual, a troubled young man who they've described as a loner. He doesn't have a criminal record, but we know he had a number of calls starting in 2010 for mental health issues with Toronto police. But I think today what really we really found was it raises more questions than there are answers. Police haven't really said anything about sort of where the handgun came from, and with this amount of ammunition, I think it just raises more questions about sort of how this individual is able to obtain this amount of ammunition that that led to a tragedy where 2 young women were killed and 13 people were injured.
Andrew Russell from globalnews.ca, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.